Yeah, just really excited to be able to be moving on. Getting past Tulsa was a tough feat. They were a very talented group, very hard place to play at, and so extremely proud of our group to be able to be at this point and be able to take a trip to the East Coast to see the Blue Devils.
Dominic, what's kind of been the key for this group? You went down 1-0 in all these matches so far, but found a way to come back and win. Is that a mentality thing? Is that just belief that you can do it?
Yeah, it's both of them actually. And with our team, it's a lot of belief. And Johnny actually said this when we were away playing Tulsa after the game. Johnny was saying that this is the closest our team has been ever. Like even in my 4 years here, like this is the closest we've been, and I think that helps us play. And we trust each other. And we know that we're gonna get stuff done if we get it going, I guess. So.
Johnny, where does that closeness kind of stem from, do you think?
You know, I don't think that's something that you can coach. I think you either have that in regards to the entire group or you don't. And Demo's right in that in my 15 years here, I've not seen a group come this close. And we've had some pretty close groups in the past. But these guys truly enjoy each other. Meals, meetings, flights, waiting in the gates. I mean, you look around and they're enjoying each other, and they do that as well on the pitch, which is a plus. And I think that's one of the biggest attributes that has gotten us through this season.
Johnny, there's been a lot of highs that this program has enjoyed, and goals usually get the glory. But where does Luke's save rank in terms of just all-time moments that this program has enjoyed because of how important it was?
Yeah, Luke's a soldier, man, and this is what I've always told him. Even when he came to our ID camp as a high school senior, I told him that he had some qualities that I really liked, his leadership qualities and his fighting mentality. He's always been a soldier for us, and I was not surprised to see him running towards the post to save that ball off the line. And it was a game-saving play. That ball goes in, and maybe we wouldn't be here having this conversation today. So, really pleased by his play since he's come on after a long hiatus after surgery, and he hasn't skipped a beat.
Can you relive that moment for us?
Yeah. To me, it actually started about 10 minutes before that. The same forward got the ball in on a 1v1 with Mark, and Mark did a great job at defending him and cutting off the angles towards the goal. And so it made the game pretty predictable. I was able to read it on a cutback cross. And I know that a fast forward like that will want to go to goal the next time he gets. So he got in behind again, 1v1 with Mark and Paul. And it was just kind of one of those, the way that Mark cut off the angles and the way that Paul came out, I figured that 9 times out of 10 a forward like that is going to try to dink it over the top. So at that point, it was just about me getting back and being in the right position to save it off the line.
Luke, is it almost a surreal feeling to be in this position, one of the last 8 teams standing, considering how the postseason basically started for you guys going all the way back to the Big East tournament?
Yeah, for sure it is. One thing that myself and some of the guys have been saying to each other after big moments in games, whether we go down a goal or up a goal, is that we'll look at each other and we'll just point to our heads and we'll say we're winners because it's a mentality. And so from the very beginning of the Big East tournament, we've been saying we're winners, looking at each other, holding each other to a high standard. And we just keep that going. And it is pretty amazing to look around the country and see 8 teams are left and we're one of them.
How does it feel to just be back? Especially playing in matches that have so much at stake, but considering the road you had to go through, that was probably a longer hiatus than you expected.
Yeah.
Going into surgery and coming out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, what does it mean to you to be back on the field and playing meaningful matches again?
Like the last 2 games, actually, I've almost cried after the games. It's been pretty special for me. After the Indiana game last year, beating them a couple practices later, I actually broke my foot. Didn't expect to be out for 10 months. I have 2 surgeries. Life happens. It's not always easy. You have to kind of deal with it when it comes, and I definitely feel like I did that. I put in a lot of work over the summer to get healthy. I have to give a lot of respect to Mark O'Neill, who came in last season, did tremendous. He hunkered down that spot this season. And I knew, in my conversations with Johnny at the beginning of the season, I told him that, I'm going to stay ready. I'm going to stay fit. I'm going to stay focused. And when you call my name, I'll be ready. And I got my opportunity, and I feel like I took that opportunity. And I'm just very thankful. Soccer's been my life since I was about 5 years old. So to me, it means the world.
Don, how much of those tough non-conference early season matches really kind of prepare you guys for these moments in these matches?
I mean, when we look back at those non-conference games, one of them, Stanford, really good team who got knocked out. One of the better teams we played. We went down one and came back and tied up the game. So, I mean, just to be in those games and then be able to go down a goal, come back, and either tie or win a game is good to see. And I think it helps us later in the season. As you see, we went down a goal, came back and won these past 3 NCAA tournament games. So it's just good to see that, and it helps us be able to be in that spot again, and we know what to do.
What's the plan this weekend? Anything change at all, or just keep going?
We're going to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, our process, our trust in one another works, and we're doing everything that we're supposed to be doing, and we're going to stick to our game plan.
At this point in the season, you have to give a lot of respect to the opponents on the other side of the field. But at the same time, you do have to understand that, we're here for a reason. So it's just, continue that belief that we can go ahead and go out to Duke and win.
Luke, you get to face Duncan pretty much every day in practice. What is it about his game that makes it so hard for defenders to deal with? Obviously, he won that late penalty, and that just seemed like a relentless effort that he kind of gives out there.
Yeah, he just has an unbelievable engine. He doesn't seem to stop, In practice too, if we're scrimmaging, if we're playing drills, he'll go to the final whistle, and something I really respect about him. Definitely does not make my life easy, and clearly other defenders in the country, they're having a problem with him as well.
Don, how fortunate has it been to have Luke back playing at the level he's at, considering what he had to go through to get back to that point?
I mean, Mitchell, he's a great player. And, for him to come back from that injury and be able to play at the level he is now is just amazing to see. And that just shows the character that he is and everything about him. So I think he's going to continue to do his job and carry us to a Final Four then this weekend.
Johnny, Dr. Norman passed earlier this week. And it seems like he obviously had a big impact on this program and a lot of these guys. What was it about him that, reflected so well on these guys and made him feel basically part of the team, I guess?
Outside of being a great supporter of our group and our guys, he was a dear friend. One of the most genuine people I've met, someone that was close and dear to our hearts. We're going to do the best we can to continue to move his legacy on and keep it alive in the way that we play, in the way that we compete. He was a great role model for our guys and a great role model for me, someone that we'll dearly miss.
Has it been hard to focus in this tournament with that going on? Or have you tried to use it in a way to play for him? Sort of mentality?
Before the games, a couple of us will kind of say, remember, why we're out here. And first off, it's for each other, and then, all the work that we put in throughout the season. But we do keep in mind that Doc may not be there with us in person, but he's definitely there and with us in spirit. And so we're definitely fighting on for him.